Hello, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota. We're so happy to have you join us today. My name is Kathleen Frankert, and I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner and counselor here at the center. I greet you with Namaste. Namaste is the Sanskrit word that means the divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. I want to offer a special invitation to stay tuned after today's talk to get information about how to join us at 11 a.m. Eastern Time today for the virtual coffee with Reverend Christine. This is a great opportunity for Reverend Christine to get to know our community and, as importantly, for you to get to know her. I'd like to begin by sharing our center's vision statement with you. The words are there on your screen. Our vision is empowering spiritual growth as a loving, inclusive, worldwide community. We fulfill the intention of our vision in a number of ways that are outlined in our mission statement, which can be found on our website, www.cslsarasota.com. Please know that we're here to support you in finding a personal relationship with the God of your understanding and in discovering what you already know, and that we celebrate the awakening of our innate spiritual magnificence. Now, as we prepare for our time of prayer and meditation, I invite you to turn within. Give yourself this gift of stilling the mind as you connect with the breath. Allow your eyes to close as our soloist Jay Poindexter and music director Bob Teesdale share this song by Daniel Nahmad, As You Believe.
As you believe, as you believe, it is done to you as you believe, as you believe, as you believe, it is done as you believe, as you believe, as you believe, you receive, as you believe, as you believe, as you believe, you receive, as you believe. Maybe not when you ask, maybe not how you planned. You see, the universe is not all in your hands. But if it doesn't seem fair, then you must understand. The first step to having what you want is to believe you can. As you believe, as you believe, it is done to you as you believe, as you believe, as you believe, it is done as you believe, it is done as you believe.
In the stillness, we recognize that there is only one thing happening right now. It is the activity of the one power, the one presence of life expressing. Call it God, universe, nature, by whatever name. This expression is ceaseless, glorious, perfect. Because this activity is always happening, it brings a newness to this and every moment of our lives. Let us rejoice and be grateful this day as we experience what this one life has in store for us. Let us open our minds and hearts to its beauty, love, peace, and harmony. Let us know that wisdom and guidance addresses any concern or worry. Let us embrace wholeness and balance, restoring any dis-ease in the body. Let us surrender to ease and grace in every experience. Recognizing this truth brings a sense of peace and calm assurance to the present moment. And surrendering to this influx of God's good lifts and sustains each one. In this season of Thanksgiving, as we claim and accept God's bounty, we also lift our attitude of gratitude for all life is and is to be. I declare this to be so, and so it is. Today, our Sunday talk is presented by our interim minister, Reverend Christine Green. Reverend Christine is working with us as we reflect and determine what is the next expression for the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota. Reverend Christine is an author, facilitator, speaker, and Center for Spiritual Living ordained minister. She has a background in business, education, and master's degree in religious studies. She lives in Portland, Oregon, and finds joy in offering seminars, workshops, and retreats that provide participants with tools and practices to expand their awareness and to overcome life's obstacles. Today, Reverend Christine's topic is the secret mantra. Before we hear from Reverend Christine, it is my pleasure to again introduce Jay and Bob to present Grateful Prayer by Jack Fowler. Welcome, Jay and Bob.
Grateful, grateful, I am grateful for all that I have, all that I am grateful, I'm so grateful. Thankful, thankful, I am thankful for all that I have, all that I am thankful, I'm so thankful.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so grateful to be with you today. Thanks to Kathleen for the beautiful meditation, and to Jay and Bob for the music, and to everyone who helps make this service possible. I'm very grateful. And thank you for joining us. My topic today is the secret mantra. And I invite you to think back. Do you remember what brought you to Science of Mind? What brought you to the first center that you attended? There's many reasons people seek spiritual community. Some people are facing problems, relationship, money, health, and they want support. Some people are looking to connect in community. Some people are just looking to belong. Some are curious, which was my case. It was many years ago. I had just moved to San Diego from the East Coast. And I read in the San Diego Union newspaper, the Sunday paper, there was a front page article about a very controversial New Thought minister named Terry Cole Whitaker. You may have heard of her. And she was outspoken. She was bold, unconventional. She talked about money in church. So I was very curious. And I went to the service that was held in a junior high school auditorium, was where they were renting space. And the minute I walked in, I felt that connection. I felt that there was something there. And I stayed. I went back every Sunday. I stayed for the teaching. And the teaching is we have such a wonderful teaching that there is a presence and power for good. That I grew up Catholic, and it was God was a being in the sky. And so here was something, a new way of seeing it. And that this presence is everywhere, including as part of me. And I have the power to connect with this presence. That was what inspired me and kept me going. We know that as our consciousness expands, as we connect with presence, our lives improved, and the whole world is made better as well. As we connect with that place of light and love and peace and joy and beauty, there's a ripple effect out into the rest of the world. You may remember Ernest Holmes teaches us that a life of magnificence is our birthright, and it is up to us to remove the blocks that keep us apart from that natural state of well-being. There are spiritual tools that can be used in all areas of our lives, for our physical health, for our relationships, for our creative expression, even our financial situation. We have the tools to use. In this teaching, we are grounded in the principle that there is one divine intelligence that moves in and through and as me, and that this intelligence makes everything possible. Think about that. This intelligence makes everything possible, except when it doesn't, right? What about those times where we say, yeah, but I don't have the job I want, or I don't have the relationship I want, or I don't have enough money? That's when we pay attention. Pay attention to that, yeah, but I don't have. This is the curriculum. This is where we begin to do our own work. And when I say we do our own work, it's our practice, our spiritual practice. Practice is just the application or use of an idea or belief. So we are practicing using the principles that Ernest shared. And, you can know the theory, you can recite principle theory, you can recite the quotes from Ernest, but practicing is actually engaging and integrating the teaching into everyday activities, everyday thoughts and experiences. So for me, there was a time early in my spiritual life when I felt stuck. I was not achieving my goals and I wasn't happy. But yet I watched my friends who seemed to be in this place of achieving exactly what they wanted, and they were very happy. And I suspected that they knew something I didn't know, that there was part of the teaching I missed or a secret mantra, but they knew something that I didn't. Why did they have success that I didn't? So I asked my minister one day what she thought I was doing wrong. And she said, well, how's your spiritual practice? How long do you practice every day? And I said, oh, my practice is great. Well, except for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go to the gym, so I can't practice in the morning. And Tuesdays, I have coffee with my friend Nancy. But Thursdays are pretty good for practice. And then she gave me the look. You know, the look, like, that's not going to work. Practice isn't something that's convenient. It's necessary. Our spiritual practice is necessary to stay centered in principle. Otherwise, we have the same tape playing over and over again about what I don't have, what I can't do, what isn't working. How do you practice? Do you have a dedicated area in your home that you can go to, maybe your prayer chair or a yoga cushion? Do you have a place where you can meditate? Do you mark off the time on your calendar? Do you have a spiritual resource that you use? Science of Mind magazine, the textbook. One of my favorites is This Thing Called You, Ernest Holmes' book, This Thing Called You. What do you do when you are stuck? What practice do you use? What is your go-to? So there are two types of spiritual practice. One is devotional. And devotion is when we meditate, we journal, we reflect, we pray. Our purpose is to have a greater connection with the divine, that we're building a relationship with spirit, that divine contemplation. But the second area of spiritual practice is what Ernest talked to us about. Change your thinking, change your life. It's about changing those beliefs. And those beliefs and ideas are embedded in the subconscious mind. So we have to do some activity to change them. It could be affirmations, forgiveness prayers, gratitude, spiritual mind treatment, that we do something to change that thought process. If you use technology, we would say we're moving from thinking in version 1.0 to 2.0. Author Michael Singer says, after all, the world cannot wound us. The world is an experience that comes to us, that we learn from it, we grow from it. If it has wounded us, that's because we've resisted the experience and held it inside. It's no longer going on outside. Why is it still creating a disturbance inside? The answer is because we did not let it go. We didn't let it go. Because we always have a choice, pain or practice. If someone pushes your button, what practice do you use to let go of it? If you don't receive something that you want, what do you tell yourself? Do you blame, criticize, complain? Our goal is to develop and use the tools that we have to address the issue on hand. And, you know, it's the small stuff that gets to us, right? It's just the small stuff, those little annoyances that get under our skin. And then we complain. So a few years ago, I was on vacation at a resort in the Bahamas, and I was standing in line for the lazy river water ride. And that's where you get on an inner tube and the current just lets you float to your heart's content, float through the channel all the way around to your heart's content. So I was in line and there were two women standing in front of me, and they were complaining because it was after 10 a.m. and the ride wasn't open yet. And I was listening and I thought it was very humorous. Here we were at a magnificent resort on this beautiful day, and we're waiting for a ride called the Lazy River Ride that takes us nowhere, just we get to float. And I thought, isn't that funny? And then suddenly I stopped. Oh my gosh, is that what I sound like? I had been complaining a lot that week. I complained that it was too humid outside, that the air conditioning was too cold inside, that the line was too long at the snack bar. Whoa, I was busted. I heard myself in my mind. Here's what teacher Emma Curtis Hopkins says. Complaining and whining are only exhibitions of great desert spots in your character. You must fill up deserts with rain and fertilizer. So you must transform your moments of complaining by praise and descriptions of good in the universe. Research shows that most people complain once a minute during a typical conversation. Complaining is tempting because it feels good. But like many things that feel good, that are enjoyable, like maybe eating a quart of Ben and Jerry cookie dough ice cream in one sitting, it may feel good, but it's not so good for us, right? So complaining is like a virus that invades our thinking, and it saps the joy out of the moment, and it leaves us tired and weary. We begin to notice other situations that are not working, and then the complaining gets bigger, and those things become bigger. So a virus is something that poisons the mind and the spirit. Complaining gets us caught in this downward spiral of doubt and disappointment. And here's what happens to the brain. When we complain, we develop a neural pathway. And the more we do it, the deeper this pathway is. Now, the brain loves efficiency, and it doesn't like to work any harder than it has to. So when we repeat a behavior, such as complaining, the neurons branch out to ease the flow of information. So it makes it much easier for the behavior. And when it happens in the future, and we might not even realize that we're doing it. So we can't blame the brain. The neurons grow closer together and the connections become more permanent. Scientists describe this as neurons that fire together, wire together. So the way we get around this is to create new pathways for the brain. Emma Curtis Hopkins says, don't complain. You will feel less spiritual inspiration when you are mourning, whining, and complaining. But when you praise and describe the good, you will feel full of spiritual fervor. Wouldn't you like to feel full of spiritual fervor and inspiration? I know I would. To praise means to show admiration and warm approval. So the secret mantra is to praise everything. Find the good in every situation. Give thanks for every opportunity. There are many times I can't change the conditions out in the world, but I can change how I view them, how I see them. So I'd like to share a spiritual practice that will shift your energy and your experience of a situation. This is a prayer developed by the authors of The Principles of Financial Freedom, Reverend Dr. Marcia Sutton and Reverend Lloyd Strong. And it's a simple prayer. And it's, I praise you, I raise you in the name of love. The reason there's a posture prayer that goes along with it is because it's changing in the cells of our body. It's not only changing our thought process, but it's changing in the cells of our bodies. So let's use another one. So I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise my body, I raise my body in the name of love. I praise my finances, I raise my finances in the name of love. I praise the world, I raise the world in the name of love. So you may notice resistance in the body because this is not normal. The body doesn't want to do this. But when you're able to press past this resistance, that you're acknowledging and healing the pain, and it's healing on a cellular level. Now, let's take it a step further. Say there's someone that you are feeling love for. That's easy. You can praise them and raise them in the name of love. But if you really want to practice, say it for someone that you're feeling resistance with, and notice what happens. Use the practice whenever you're feeling stuck or whenever you want to get back centered. And here's why this practice is important. We live in a world that thrives on complaining. We are addicted to it. Everyone has an opinion, and we're so eager to blame. We have a social media that is constantly bombarding with people with criticisms, accusations, blaming, and belittling each other. Now, when we engage in spiritual practice, we shift the energy. When you shift your energy, the people around you feel safe and loved. When you live in the principles, you are serving the world and you are making the world a better place. Actually, this is what brought you to this work and this teaching. Your soul was ready to receive love and to share it with the world. We're in spiritual community to connect with each other, to grow together, and to share together. So I invite you this week of Thanksgiving, to practice praising and raising the people and situations around you. Maybe you're having family Thanksgiving together. Why not praise everyone ahead of time, especially that uncle or cousin that you don't normally get along with? And especially remember to praise yourself. Give yourself some love and appreciation. So before we close in prayer, I just want to remind you to please join me for coffee chat on Zoom after the service. I would love the chance to meet you, to hear what you love about CSL Sarasota and what you would like going forward. You can find the details on the website. So I know that your week is filled with love and light. And so let's take this into prayer. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity to share and be in this community of love. How grateful I am to know that the one life, that one presence, that one source, that is good, that is God, is right here and right now. It is that life that flows in and through and as me, and that life that flows through everyone present here today. And so I know that we are blessed with this goodness. We are blessed with this grace. I know that as we receive and practice these principles, that we send out that expression of love, that feeling of love, that joy into the world, and we make the world a better place. How grateful I am for everyone here today. I know as we go out into the world, into this week, that we take this blessing with us and that we share this good and this light with everyone. I release this word in deep gratitude, and together we affirm, and so it is.
I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world seems to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. I need to let go and let God take over. I need to let go and let God take over and take these burdens off my shoulders. I need to let go and let God take over. I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world seems to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still I need to be still. I need to be still and let God love me.
Thank you so much, Jay and Bob. We appreciate the musical inspiration you so beautifully shared with us today. And Reverend Christine, thank you for an inspiring message and food for thought as we enter this holiday week. At the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota, we are pleased to support you in a variety of ways. And now it is time to share our offering that supports our ability to continue to be here for you. There are 3 easy ways to contribute. On your screen, you'll see our website, www.cslsarasota.com. On the left side of the screen, select the Donate button, which will bring up several options for making a contribution. You can contribute via PayPal or by credit card, or mail a check to our address shown there on the website, or you can also set up automatic contributions through your own online banking. Selecting the Donate Now button will also open the PayPal window. Now I invite you to take your virtual gift in your hand, place it over your heart, blessing it as you share it, and know this with me. My gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper, and the divine flow returns it to me multiplied abundantly. And now let us declare together our offering affirmation. The words are on your screen. I give thanks that I may share of my good, my love, and my support. Thank you so much. I have a couple of announcements to share. As I mentioned earlier, today at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, right after this service, we will host a virtual coffee with Reverend Christine. It's a great opportunity to get to know Reverend Christine and for us to get to know her. If you have not yet received the Zoom link, you can do so now by emailing me at this address, Kathleen Frankart, CSL@gmail.com. I will respond to emails until the start time of 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We hope that you'll take this opportunity to join us in virtual community. Our spiritual living circle, which meets every Wednesday at 7 p.m., is canceled this week to allow us to prepare for our Thanksgiving meals or perhaps travel to family and friends. We hope to see you for the next circle meeting on Wednesday, November 30th. This circle is open to all at no charge, and you can come and go as you like. Newcomers are always welcome too. For details, please email Jim Grove at the email address shown there on the screen. And are you facing a challenge or seeking support for a special intention in your life? Then I invite you to visit the website and click on the green prayer request button. We have 5 licensed spiritual practitioners, Ron Frost, Jim Grove, Nicole Leeds, Sean Scanlon, and me, who are available to know and affirm spiritual truth with or for you. Our practitioners are also available by appointment for 1-hour spiritual coaching sessions. For more information, check out their page at our website by checking the staff tab on the left, then click on practitioners. Also on our website, you can sign up to receive our weekly email newsletter or check out our Facebook page for posts about upcoming events and find past services and videos on our YouTube channel. Finally, on behalf of the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota, I affirm that you all experienced a blessed and joyful Thanksgiving Day celebration, and know that we are grateful for each of you. Now, as we conclude our sacred time together, let us do so with the intention to live in gratitude, love, and peace. I invite you to listen or join in singing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Thank you so much for being with us.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live